Welcome to the Once in a Lifetime series. In this video here, we are exploring the Mississippi River. We are going from Midway in Iowa all the way up through Wisconsin. This is definitely a trip to remember and one for the memory books. All this footage was shot in the month of July, and the journey starts right now. Well, today's going to be a really cool day. We got about 15 miles to do. Let's get on the road. I think you're going to like what you see. Oh my goodness, cornfields. Look at that. This RV park here is called the Hoot Owl. So you can have a hoot at the Hoot Owl RV park. And it's humid, not like Colorado. Kind of hot here, but we're on our way. That bird's mad at me. Must have nest here. Well, here you go. Welcome to the Mississippi River. We're right here in Dubuque, Iowa, right along the Mississippi. The RVer TV Great Summer Safari is really getting kicked up in gear now. I decided not to go to Sturgis, mainly for weather and other reasons. Nothing bad, all good people, but I bypassed it this year. We're going to keep traveling. We're going to see a lot of this United States this year. And there you go. There's the mighty Mississippi. Across the river right over there is Illinois and Wisconsin. We're right at the triangle where the three states meet. From here, we'll truck north. Going to get up some cooler weather, and we are going to see some sights the rest of this year. When I did a bunch of research and all that, when I left Colorado, I actually filmed going across Nebraska and a good chunk of Iowa. Some of this footage I won't be able to show till later this fall, so you're going to have brand new content clear to the end of the year. Some might be a little delayed. Look at these flowers, isn't that pretty? I had to Google how to pronounce the name of this place, Dubuque. Would have never guessed that. But right here, we're at the Aquatic Marine Museum, Mississippi River Museum. We're going to check this first. We're going to have a really good trip this summer. Look at this flood door. That thing is huge. And bridges. Oh my goodness. There's bridges everywhere here. Yeah, the three states meet up out in the middle of the water around here somewhere. State lines. They've really shored this up. I read a little bit. There was serious flooding years ago in the town here, so they built this big wall. Pretty cool. Museum's not open yet, so we got a little time. Barges everywhere, I'm sure. But this is a big time town here. Pretty good size. Old town, way old. That is one serious door. Then here's our harbor. It is just plush and pretty here. Sister cities, 5,000 miles away. Dornbirn, Austria, and Handan, China. Only 6,700 miles. Yeah, this is cool. It's humid, and I'm not used to it, but so what? We're traveling. Had to get out of the West. What else we got here? Boat and boiler works. Probably factories and all kinds of stuff here. This museum's supposed to be world class. I know driving down here, look at the old brick buildings. Them things are ancient. Still being used. Well, this pathway goes down a ways. Why don't we take a little walk down the river, the Mississippi? Maybe we'll run into old Mark Twain. Huh? See a barge or two floating by. I've always wanted to stop and see stuff like this. I never have. A lot of times through the decades and years of driving cross country, you know, you go on Interstate 80 and all the interstates, you just cross over the river and keep on going. Not this year. Pretty calm here too, not much wind. Tonight I actually found an RV park that's on an island on the river. That's where I'll be staying. Talking about a U.S. Senator from here. Ah, he's the one that got the wall built. Wow, look at them old pictures. This town did flood. Goodness. Look at that picture. The streets are all flooded. Probably more than once, too. There's some modern art. Kind of different, isn't it? Dubuque. There's the whole layout of this area. Big city center. That museum's a huge draw, I guess. That's a big hotel here. So you can stay right on the Mississippi. Oh yeah, Native Americans along the Mississippi. Bet their history goes way back. We'll probably see that in the museum. Mississippi River Walk. This is extremely well done. You can actually go all the way down to the water. Probably tie up a small boat. There's that island up here where that RV park is. Just the greenery. You know, driving across these states. Oh my goodness, I've never seen so much corn in all my life. I mean, it was just mile after mile. Nebraska and Iowa. There's some more of their sculptures. Really not sure what that means. Well, we're getting close. That museum's going to be opening up pretty quick. I'll head back. I thought I'd check that early before it gets too crowded. Oh, cool. Here's a better layout of this area. Shot tower. I wonder what that is. What? Check that. Museum. Looks like they got a big water slide and stuff inside that hotel. Cool. There's a big gold dome. Must be like their courthouse or something. Downtown. That's a big downtown. Tomorrow we'll probably drive through it when we leave here. Old train bridge. Probably been there forever. There's that gold dome. Stands way up. Well, cool. Let's go check out this museum. They just unlocked the doors. That's not the entrance. There's blackbirds here that must be nesting. They dive bomb you. Protecting their nest. They're everywhere. Bunches of them. Marina, convenience store. There's the port. We just looked at all that. And I'd say this entrance. Wow, look at this electrical pole. That is huge. Okay, all in. There are several buildings, outside area. There's our friends Lewis and Clark. We're going to be seeing a lot of their stuff on this trip. Them guys got around for having canoes and horses. Little dark in here, so for the camera anyway. So if it flickers a little bit, I apologize in advance. River boats, my goodness. Just thousands of them, shipwrecks. Now they're floating casinos, aren't they? I'm new to this. Well, I'm sure we're gonna figure it out. Mississippi River gambling. Old pictures of everything. Famous people. History. They got more than just the Mississippi River. They're talking about a lot of rivers in here. Maybe we'll do a river run this summer. Maybe we'll pick up on some of the rivers, huh? I don't know. I'm planning as I go. When I changed my mind about coming east, then all the plans I had before, I threw them right out the window. Why not? Hey, we're here. Let's do it. That is a beautiful aquarium and fish. Okay, what do we have in here? Gulf of Mexico. See, this is more than just the Mississippi.
But when you do the floor, you get that stuff.
Wow, look at these guys, huh? They're moving. Stuck in a little tank. Pretty big fish, huh? You can pet them. The little kids can come in there and pet the fish.
Pretty cool. They got names?
No.
She said they had no names. Wow. They got everything in here. Rivers connect. See, they're showing a lot more than just Mississippi in here. Huge tanks full of fish. This is a major undertaking, keeping these things up like this. Especially in the winter times, you know, it gets pretty darn cold here. Makes you think, where's my fishing pole? You can hear the excitement in some of these little kids. That makes it fun too, huh? What a place to come see. I've never seen anything like this. Wow, look at that guy. No one messes with him. What else we got? Oh boy, jellyfish. See right through them. There's a ton of them in there. Well, there's even an upstairs in this building. Here, this building, there's a dredge outside that you can go on. Another big building full of more fish tanks. History about mining. Let's check out the upstairs. There's Lewis and Clark. They're still in their canoe. The amount of territory those guys covered is absolutely incredible. You know, you can take RV routes. Lewis and Clark, they're guided trips in your RV. They caravan. That movie theater, you can buy a ticket. It was extra. I didn't do it. I like my own guided tours. The RVer TV way. Wow. All the portraits. Look at all these guys. There's an old picture of Dubuque. Kind of looks the same. 1890. That was a metropolis back then, huh? Just the amount of trade along the river. They got a library up here. Yep. Black and white TV. Remember those? I do. There's that shot tower. We're gonna go find that thing. It was on those storyboards outside. There's a painting of town. Pretty detailed. This is more like an art gallery up here. What do we got in here? Conservation lab. Looks like this is where they prep all their fish for the tanks. I had aquariums for a lot of years, and there's a lot of maintenance. Fish can get sick in a hurry in a low aquarium. And what do we have in here? Rivers are the moon. No, this is a kiddie area. Wow, it's bright out here. I need my sunglasses here. And here's, whoop, hang on. Here's the layout of all this. They got it fenced off so you can't get in from the parking lot, but it's like a picnic area. I've noticed on a lot of vehicles you see a lot of rust from the winter time when they salt the roads. Not used to seeing that, you know, out west vehicles last forever. Warm day to be a bird in a cage. Looks like they're keeping them cool though. He's people watching. He's going, I'm watching all you guys. The stories a bird could tell you, huh? Everyone walking by taking his picture. And their marina. You can go a long ways. You know, I seen when I was reading a little bit about this, there's a lock. Shipping lock. Just right up the road. I'm going to try to find it when we leave here. Big old wooden boat. That thing's plowed through some water in its day. What's this? Mile marker 579.5. So we are 579 miles upriver from where the Ohio River dumps into Mississippi. Wouldn't that be cool to find? Old wood plank boat, huh? Okay, keep walking. What the heck is this thing? A boat launch. Huh. That's how they did it in the old days. They just shoved it over the side. There's the rails for it. Slide right down in the water. Oh man. That's how they did it back then, huh? Well, you can't drive. You can't like back it up in here. Here's the other building. This is extremely well done. If you get a chance here in Dubuque, my goodness. Down there, there's that dredge we can go on. Big fish pond here. You've got birds. What are these? Raptors. Where are you at? There you are. Kind of hard to see. It's all screened off. There are people watching. Huh. Well, we say we'll head on into building. Oh, who's this sitting on the bench? Here he is, Mark Twain. Yay, we found him. Well, we'll go in here. I bet it's air conditioned too. It's starting to heat up. Summertime in Iowa, right on the Mississippi River. Can you believe it? We're here. Wow, look at the size of this tank. Oh, look at the mouths are open. That's those paddle fish. Don't they call them that? Like a big vacuum cleaner. Reflection's kind of off the glass, sorry. There's quite a few of them in there. Those are weird looking paddlefish. There they are. The Great Flood of 1927. Wow. That's probably when they decided to build that wall and that gate. Well, Mississippi, you see it on the news, you don't think about it. It affects a lot of people. Wow, there's an impressive picture. Trying to control the Mississippi River. A lot of effort. But how do you control something that massive? Okay, his name is Soup. Turtle Soup. They have about every kind of species in here. There's his head sticking out. Oh man. Pretty interesting. I've never seen anything like this.
Put your hand inside.
Here we go. This guy's named Boots. Alligator Boots. He's chewing on, he's playing with a rock. Oh man. He must be in there by himself. Kind of dark. They probably keep it that way on purpose. Hopefully you can see him. But he's just playing around with that rock right there. Wow, look at this. Saving history. I love it. There's the corn. I've never seen so much corn in all my life driving out here. The Great River Road. We're going to be on some of this for the next couple days. I'm gonna try to find some of it going up the Mississippi, because we're gonna cut up into Wisconsin. Back roads, small towns, RV or TV style. Great treasures along the river road. Cool. Hopefully we find a few. Well, we've kind of lapped the building. I think there's one little section up here left to go. Then we'll head out to that dredge. Their metal shop. All the tools they use. All kinds of cool stuff. Kids are loving it. Ooh, here's your boat. All wood. Isn't that a beautiful boat? Back in the day, huh? How about a DeLorean? That's definitely a museum piece. Back to the Future stuff. 3D printed car. They printed this car. Isn't that crazy? Go print a car up. Okay, well, I think we've done it around here. We're gonna head outside. Yeah, can't forget the snakes. Oh boy. Right back outside, nice and warm and humid. Kind of feels good actually. Woodward Wetlands. Well, Well, looks like they're just getting it open. Be a few minutes. There's that dredge. Check out how narrow that building is. There's probably buildings next to it years past. Old brick, arched windows. Standing the test of time here. Old painted signs on the side. When we leave here, it'll be on a Sunday morning. I'll drive through downtown with the cameras on, hopefully catch some of it. It's just too crazy busy. Try to do it now. You wouldn't see anything. Wow. Wonder if they're haunted. Never know. I see the workers down there. Looks like they're going to open a gate here shortly. A little cabin here to see. So let's go on in. Doors open. Log cabin along the Mississippi River. They are really saving history here. Look how that thing was built. Pretty cool, actually. Old fireplace. These stairs are cool. Just little logs. Can't go up, it's blocked off. That's the way to build your stairs. Well, let's go check out that big dredge. The William M. Black dredge. Old timer, probably a steam powered maybe. Mississippi River, there a lot of spots are pretty shallow, so this thing probably worked it. Thing is huge, isn't it? They drop that down the water and start pulling the sand and soil right from the bottom. Imagine what this thing picks up. Wow, look at that anchor.
Hi, Jenny, could you help me? Yes. Could you? Yeah, for a barge right here.
I bet this thing was noisy when it was fully operational. Whoa. Must be the pump. There's those buildings again. I can't get enough of that, how they look. Quite the engineering back in the day into these type of vessels. All the different pressures probably, because who knows what you're going to pull off the bottom. This thing smells old. It's all rust bucket. As the water smell, whatever you call it, river smell. Boiler room, so it was steam. They're running chainsaws over there. That's a Coast Guard. It's a Coast Guard ship right there. Couldn't figure out what that noise was. It's chainsaws. There's a view of the harbor. And what else we got up here? It looks like all their living quarters. Almost like a floating motel. All their navigation stuff. This is how they lived and operated. Big open ceiling in this one. Probably for ventilation. It's hot as heck in here. There's your bunk. Boat's named after him. Traveled the Mississippi probably all of his life. And food. Gotta have food. Probably a lot of meals served on this thing. Get you a big old bowl of soup and some coffee, and downriver you went. Oh, here you go. 2 cooks, 4 meals a day. Wow. 7, noon, 5, and midnight. 26,000 meals. Whoa. So glad I came here first. Kind of gives you an idea of what went on around Mississippi. Cool museum. We say let's head for the van. We're gonna go find that lock. Maybe we'll catch a big boat going through. Well, we'll go up through here on our way out. See more signs. These buildings here, they served a purpose back in their day. 1941 to 1960. All brick. All the storms that roll through here, you know, they get serious snow here. And cold. Now there's my size boat. Put a little sail on it and away you go. Paddle wheeler. That was the way to get around shallow water. Oh, we gotta find that shot tower. It's not too far from here. Oh, there's a casino here. Didn't even notice that. There's so much here, right in this little area. Very well developed, what they call it, Mississippi River Walk. Big water park off to the right, and that inside that hotel. They probably have all their conferences and all that here. Up, I see the top of that shot tower, right over those trees. There it is. I'll get parked. We'll walk over there. Right there's that train bridge crossing the Mississippi. Yeah, look at the clearance. 10'9". I wouldn't, my antenna would have hit. I spotted that sign back there. That's why I parked in that parking lot. Van would have made it, but my cell booster antenna would have got popped. Okay, here's a shot tower. Ooh, I see a storyboard. That thing is tall. Looks like a gravel yard here. Wow, this thing is old. They would drop molten lead from the top, and it would make round pellets for ammunition. Huh. Never knew that. That is way up there. Looks in good shape. Of course, they probably restored it. I'll be darned. More history. And there's our Mississippi River. There's a look at that train bridge. But that shot tower, I'll be darned. Never heard of that. Drop molten lead down would make round shot or pellets, bullets, whatever you want to call it. That building over there is a brewery. Too bad a train doesn't come through here. We could film that. Oh well. Oop, I see more storyboards. That is one fancy old building. That's another one about the shot tower. Same one. Now it's a brewery. Just the architecture on this stuff. Absolutely incredible. Information on the bridge. Been there a very long time. What do you think? Has to date back into the 1800s. Brick chimneys, rounded room on the end. Looks like a cafe, brewery. Well, not too much farther is that lock upriver. Just a few miles. I want to go find it. Definitely need Google Maps driving around in here. It's all these streets kind of twist and turn, cut underneath the freeway here. Yeah, we'll check out downtown when we leave Sunday morning. Do a drive-through. There's too much traffic right now. Kirby. I wonder if that's the vacuum. Kirby vacuums. Huh. Who knows? Looks like there's all kinds of manufacturing and business down on this end. Everything's brick, isn't it? Sash and door frames, molding. Counters. That's a big parking lot there on the left. Okay, we should be catching up with the river up here shortly. For more information on my travels, be sure to check out my website, rvrtv.tv. Sign up for the free newsletter. Also got free downloads of screensavers for your computer. And we got merch, t-shirts, hats, coffee cups, if you're interested in any of that. All that helps support this kind of travel. Just like here in Dubuque, Iowa, on the Mississippi. Here we go. I made a couple wrong turns. Only two, that wasn't too awful. Right here's the mighty Mississippi. And there's the dam and lock. There's bunches of these all the way up and down the Mississippi. They control the level of the river. All the big boats, barges, ships can come through here. And when I look this up, should be able to go on in. Nice seeing green grass. Don't see that out west. Wow, this is cool. What is it? There's a viewing platform. Yay. Well, let's get parked and check this thing out. Benches all over. Bring your little picnic out here. You can really hear the roar of the water going over that dam. Vending machines. Give you pretty good access here, don't they?
Hi.
$100,000 comes by. No, huh? Okay.
I bet there's a website where you can track ships going up and down here. Well, I got some time to kill, so we're gonna wait a while. See if anything comes through. That breeze off the water feels so good. A lot cooler here. There's a little boat down there. You can barely see it. They're opening the gates. He just came through the lock, so it's for anyone. There's that dam. In high water, they've really got a management thing here. They're opening the gate so that little boat can get out of here. Hopefully a big ship comes through here. A lot of information on barges and tugboats. All their weights, amount of fuel they hold. They probably go the whole way, clear down what, New Orleans? All the way up, what, Minnesota? Long ways. Lock and dam number 11. Huge gates. How did they even build these things? They're old. These things been here a long time, I think. There's quite a difference in water level. I'd say 10 feet. More? Guessing anyway. All done with gravity with those gates right there. Cool. There's a barge and a tug coming up. We're going to get to see it. They're opening the lower gate. Running empty. Wonder what they're going to haul. That's got to be expensive. Price of fuel now. Run a barge up through here. What a job running up and down this river. Be good in the summer.
Great, thanks.
The guy's up there telling the pilot, slow up. To the right, to the left. Pretty big barge. This will be interesting. We're going to see this thing rise up. Big old bumpers on the front of that tug. It's probably pushed a lot of open containers like this. Yeah, the amount of fuel them things burn. That has to cost a bundle. Especially today, fuel's up so high. Well, it's coming up quick. I can see straight into that upper deck right there. Water's just pouring in. Doesn't take too long. Look at this, a few clouds coming in. Maybe we'll get some rain. Yeah, now I'm starting to look up at it. It's more than 10 feet. It's got to be 15 feet or better coming up. Almost there. About another foot or two left. It's ready to rock and roll right up the river. Now that bridge is way up there. Now I'm looking straight into the second level. I'd say it's full. This is cool to see. I've never seen anything like this. Away they go. There's a little barbecue on the back of this thing. Well, they live on it. Wonder how many days or weeks they spend going up and down the river. Wonder how many ships they get through here a day, because they do small recreational craft and everything. Probably quite a few. What a job working on the Mississippi. Well, hopefully we'll find more of these as we're heading up river. This is Lock and Dam number 11. I'll have to look online tonight. Check a route when we head out of town here. This RV park is owned by the city. It's right on an island in the Mississippi between the two state lines. A bridge runs over it. It's called Miller Riverland RV Park, and it's only $20 a night with hookups. Not full hookups, you just get electric. But here we go. Here's home for the night. And your view is the Mississippi River. There's one of the bridges that crosses over there into Wisconsin. I think that one, just a mile or two down river, is Illinois. It's where all three states meet. You can see the dam up there. There's Lock and Dam number 11. We were just up there. Probably be able to see a few big ships pass through here. The barges. I call them ships, big boats. They're pretty big. That was really cool watching that go through that lock up there, wasn't it? Mighty Mississippi, we're here. This is going to be a trip and a half. Get ready. We have only started. We're leaving the mighty Mississippi right here in Dubuque, Iowa. We're going to be heading north. Not a far trip this morning. Gonna go explore a couple old towns along the river. That'd be kind of cool. But last night the skies clouded up and opened up. These guys are staying in a tent right next to me. I don't know how they did it. But there was thunderstorms, lightning like I have never seen. The sky was lit up for hours. Absolutely incredible. The amount of moisture in the air and everything combined. I mean, you could even see in the shadows, because it was dark, but the sky was so lit up like light bulbs. You could see actually little funnel clouds floating by. And that was just insane. Those guys in that tent, they hung on for dear life. I felt bad for them, but they made it through it. A lot of other tents here in the park got destroyed. But we got blue skies and it cooled off quite a bit too. So we're gonna truck through town here in Dubuque. It's Sunday morning, so the streets ought to be halfway empty, so we can get some good footage of some of the buildings as we're heading out of town. And we're gonna head north along the river, kinda, up towards a little town called Guttenberg. It's a little river town just north here at Dubuque. Enjoyed my stay here. It's totally different than what I'm used to. Humidity, green grass, thunderstorms. But the architecture here, this is such an old town, and they're still utilizing this. They've saved history here. Well, I'm using Google Maps, so I'm gonna twist my way through here. There's some one-way streets, so we'll see what we can get into. I'd like to drive by that state building with the big gold dome. Sure see a lot of big names on these buildings. They must have a lot of manufacturing here. So I think we can cut up this street. We should get up close to that big gold dome. I imagine that's our courthouse. There it is. Yay. Brick streets. That's original. Brick everything. Well, back in the day, I mean, brick stood the test of time. After that storm last night, they probably had them here forever. Let's see here. Let me cut up a couple more streets. And I'll go, let's see, one more maybe? Yeah. Then I'll circle around. We should be able to get a decent drive by that gold dome. Big clock straight ahead on that little tower there. What a cool place. You don't think, when you think of Iowa, you don't think of this stuff. You think of farms and corn and all that. I'm just gonna circle around one block and then we'll head back. Because we're gonna be actually heading north out of here. I cut through the McDonald's parking lot. Hey, I'm a sightseer. I don't know what I'm doing. This is why you come down here like early morning. Sundays are always the best. Can't always do it on a Sunday, but you don't have all the cars. You can actually see stuff. There we go. Now we're on the right one-way street. Pretty cool mural on that one. Kirby, I wonder if that's the vacuums. Well, there it is. Boy, you can see that thing from all over town. Stands tall and proud. Well, we're gonna actually take this one-way street all the way out of town. Only shows less than 50 miles to get up to Guttenberg. Then we're gonna end up at a town. We're actually going to cross over into Wisconsin once we go through Guttenberg. Prairie Du Chien, I believe. I hope I pronounced it correct. But that's Wisconsin. That's another river town. Supposed to have a cool museum up there. Old fort. All kinds of history. History, that's what we're looking for, isn't it? All the steeples on these big churches. What architecture, huh? I've been reading some of the comments and stuff about some people have traveled the Mississippi from start to finish, way from Minnesota all the way down to Louisiana, and you actually cut over both sides of the road. That'd be a trip. Have put that on the bucket list. Also, I'm discovering new state highways as well. That have quite a bit along them, especially north and south, like US 45 and 41, those types of state highways. I get asked a lot how I find these scenic routes and byways. Just look up on the internet. Every location I go, you narrow the search down to the area. Say scenic byways and they'll pop up. Some are only a couple miles long, some can be hundreds of miles. Okay, we cut over a block. This looks like we're getting towards the end of town here. The buildings are right on the streets. Parking's a premium, I bet. No driveways, you park in the street. Of course, through the years, they kept widening the street, so you lost your front lawn. It's a pretty big town, bigger than most of the ones I explore. But I really want to do this drive-through, just check it. Just so different. All the houses here, same style. Old. With the pitched roofs, the front of them, the windows. Some of them got front porches. Sit on your front porch. You know, one thing, the van is spotless clean. That was like being in a 3-hour-long pressure washer car wash last night. That rain came down that hard. Then when the rain kind of let off, that's when that lightning show. I'll remember that for a long time, especially along the Mississippi. Well, once we get out here, we're going to pick up Highway 52 up in Guttenberg. Wow, we still got some town left. I thought we'd be getting out of it. More old style buildings. Here we go. Now we're going to do some miles. It's early. It's only 6:20 right now. Oh no. I don't know what to do here. It says road closed ahead. I bet I should have turned there. I gotta stop, remap it. Well, you wouldn't believe it. I just had to go about almost 30 miles backtracking. So we got a new route. Welcome to Route 52. I actually had to go clear back on Highway 2 and backtrack. Incredible. When they have a road closure, they're not kidding. Anyway, we're pointing in the right direction now. And it was all freeway and I didn't film it. It wasn't much to see. Okay, this town here, it's called New Vienna. We're on US 52, trucking north. We got about 25-30 miles to get up to Guttenberg. Small towns, back roads. Oh wow, look at that steeple up there on the left. We gotta check that. Yeah, it's probably the longest road detour I ever took. Of course, when you don't know where you're at, it seems longer, I guess. Look at this church. Wow, we gotta stop. Holy moly. Thing is huge. What a gorgeous building. That is something. The stained glass. That steeple straight up, and that's shingles up there. It's like to come to work and said, hey, you gotta change the light bulb up there. Next to a big cemetery. And it's Sunday. I bet this thing will fill up full of people here a little later. St. Boniface? Huh, wow. That is just powerful. The terrain around here is kind of rolling and flat, and bet you could see that for 20 miles. New Vienna. Cool. Well, that detour kind of gave us a little better view. Old water tower there too. Okay, here we go. Cornfields. What a massive product for this state. Nebraska, all the way across there, Iowa. Alright, this little town's called Luxembourg. And this is where we should have came out when we got turned around at that road closure. Back in Dubuque. Another big cemetery. And another church. And yep, this is where we would have been turning. This Highway 3 crossing here. And it's closed in that direction. What a long turnaround. If you lived out here, had to go to Dubuque, you got to go clear down to US 2. Still a pretty ride. We wouldn't have seen that New Vienna, that church in New Vienna though. Of course, they got to fix the roads while they can. Winters get long here. Fall colors, all that. Wow, did the terrain just change? Starting to get in some rolling hills. All of a sudden the trees are back. We're not that far off from the river. Well, they called it the Great River Road along the Mississippi. I think both sides you can cut up through here. For more information on my travels, be sure to go over there and check out my website, rvrtv.tv. Sign up for the free newsletter. Putting one out on the 5th and the 20th of every month now. Working hard at it. Also got all kinds of merch, hats, shirts, coffee cups, cookbooks, coloring books, you name it, activity books, all kinds of cool stuff that helps support the channel and this kind of travel. Once again, it's rvrtv.tv, and I appreciate that. According to the maps, there's supposed to be an overlook up here before we get into town. Cool, there it is. I see the sign. We say, let's stop, take a break. No one's here either. Oh, I see the river. Yay. And a storyboard. Why not? Cool. Break time. There's your view. Mighty Mississippi. It's gotta be that Guttenberg right up there. We gotta be close. Mississippi Valley Overlook. Oh, it's talking about, okay, it's limestone. All the rock walls I've been seeing. It says here northeastern Iowa. This whole valley's full of it. All the glacier melt, how it carved it out 440 million years ago. Wow. How do they know that stuff? Well, cool. I know it sure did change just in a couple miles. Well, quite a bit of geology here. We're standing on it, right on this overlook. Cool. There's something in that wood that you can hear it. Branches are cracking. I bet it's squirrels and stuff, huh? All the birds, everything. This is like a little jungle. I just heard something drop here. Little nut from the tree. Look at that. Yeah, they're having breakfast in there. There's the mighty Mississippi. 440 million years. Heck, something. There's that town, Guttenberg, up there. And across the way, that'd be what? Wisconsin. Across the water. Mississippi's the state line. But that was dramatic change of terrain in just a couple miles. Sure is pretty here. Well, what do you say? Let's go explore another town. It's hard to see. There you can see more of it. There's that limestone. Just a big wall of it. And just like that, I think we're getting into the edge of town here. I see a house. Yay. More of them. What is that? Smoke? Dust. Okay. And fish bait. Yep. Let's go fishing on the Mississippi. Here we are. Welcome to Guttenberg, Iowa. I looked online last night. Chamber of Commerce has a YouTube channel here. They got a really nice video about this town. All the shops. It's kind of a artsy, antique-ish type town. Well, these streets are going to cut us down to downtown. Should be right up here to the right. Here we go. Historic downtown. Those street lights are cool. Hanging right in the middle. But that looks pretty cool at night. Oh yeah, old buildings. This is definitely old town down here, I bet. There's a couple RV parks here. Camping, fishing. There's your river, mighty Mississippi. They also got a locking dam, number 10. Dubuque, that was number 11 that we see. There it is, straight ahead. There's a dam, lock. Cute little park. Well, I'm ready to walk, get out of this van. Little restaurant down there. Nice little park. Wonder what it's like here in the winter though. Probably a lot of snow, ice. Does the Mississippi freeze over? I don't think so. There's that dam. That restaurant's open. I can smell the food cooking. I don't eat out that much. I mainly make my own food on the road. Get tired of eating out. Picnic tables down there. You can sit right there and enjoy your food, your meal. Look at the size of that tree. Wow. That thing gets watered. Well, we say we'll go walk around town a little bit here. Very colorful buildings. I'm sure they've restored these. See what this sign says on this one. 1858. Wow. Been there a long, long time. Big old wooden door. Looks like it's a cafe or something. Big board sticking out with a hook. I like that balcony up there. Looks like another park over here. galleries, river walk, welcome center. Back in the early days, all the explorers probably came through here, the settlers. German Fest 2023. So there must be German heritage here. Always got the flowers. What are these things here? Musical chimes, huh? Huh. That's cool. Play a tune on the Mississippi. I bet they get a lot of tourists here. There's another one. There you go. That's where you put your fishing boat. Fishing the mighty Mississippi. Nice calm water. When the flood waters hit, thing is a roaring beast, I bet. A very cool little park. Not a very big town. Looks like more shops and restaurants. Well, let's head for the van. We'll go down a little farther, see what else is down this street. That is quite the crosswalk painting there. Wow, look at the detail on that fish metal sculpture. The eyes, the fins, that's a lot of work. Oh, in memory of people lost. That is something. Very cool. Well, what's down this way? Let's see. Always liked the porches. Probably like Airbnbs and rooms, bed and breakfast. Sit out there, watch the world go by. Well, look at this, another park. That is close, those buildings next to you. You can barely walk through there. Open your window, knock on the other window in the building, say, hey, what's for dinner? All these buildings date back to the 1800s, 1900s. Beautiful. Little sign here. Guttenberg, Front Street, Park Drive, 1839. Wow. National Register of Historic Places. This entire town is. What we got down here? Looks like a big rock. Drop stone from when they built the dam, 1936. Came from the bottom. Well, it's only 2 billion years old. It's a lot older than 440 million. From the bottom of the Mississippi. Absolutely incredible, that dam system they put on this river. Controls the height of it, all the shipping, all the boats, barges, like the barge we've seen going through Dubuque. And that's accurate time, 25 to 9. Well, we need to check out the other end of this little park before we head out of here. And this one's for honoring all the Indians that have lived here way back, original settlers. What a pretty morning. The humidity's gone after all that rain. I bet they got it up here last night too. Very colorful crosswalk. Feels good to be out of that van. And here's their visitor center. It's not open. It's on a Sunday, but map of all the stuff around town. Be sure to check it out if you get through here. Very cool. Like a school or something down that way. I think we're about at the end of it. What's this? Bald eagles rebound from extinction here. Oh, cool. Perfect stop, perfect small towns, back roads. It's what we like to see. Well, we got a few miles left before we get up to Wisconsin. But this was definitely on the list to see today. This was the main stop. Kind of like leaving Mayberry. You're expecting Andy and Opie and Aunt B to be out here. Supposed to be an RV park out this way. I'm gonna try to find it before we leave town. Scope it out for maybe next trip through here. This is also a scenic byway. This is part of the Great River Road of the Mississippi. Here it is. Looks full, huh? Definitely an RVer town. Quite a few sites, pretty tight together though. Oh, look at this. There's two of them. Here's another RV park. This is definitely an RVer getaway. I can see why. You're on the river. More of that limestone rock lining the Mississippi. Okay, this should be Garnavillo. We're going to pick back up on Highway 52. Yep, here we go. Highway 52. We're going to cut up just a few miles and gonna head on into Wisconsin. Cool looking town, huh? Iowa doesn't disappoint, especially along the Mississippi through here. Here's our turn. They had a detour sign back there. I'm going, oh no, but it's the other direction. See, to the left, the road closed. Oh man, didn't want another one of those today. This is Marquette, Iowa. We're right on the Mississippi River. Just picked up some fuel right there at Casey's. And this bridge right ahead, we're gonna jump on it. We're heading to Wisconsin. Just came up from Guttenberg along the Mississippi. Wasn't that a cool town? Very historic and old. All right, here we go. We're gonna cross the mighty Mississippi River. Yay. We're gonna say so long, Iowa. Fun little trip through the state this summer. And we're gonna explore this little town here called Prairie Du Chien, Wisconsin. They got a cool museum, and it's right on the Mississippi River. Alright, I'm gonna make a left. I still got a little time yet before the museum opens. We're gonna explore downtown. It's supposed to be a park right up here. When I got fuel back there, I kinda spent a few minutes on the maps. Get the lay of the land. I'm actually gonna spend the night. We're gonna spend the night in the RV park just north of town. Okay, historic downtown is on this street right to the right, but let's check out this park first. Part of the old fort supposed to be down here. A cool old building that used to be a railroad hotel. And mighty Mississippi River. See a few trailers and motorhomes. They must have something going down here. Quite a few actually, huh? There's that old building I seen online. It's always fun to look for it when you're exploring on the internet, but when you actually find it, it's even better. And there's our river. Maybe a big boat will go by. Okay, this big building on the right, what I was reading, back in the 1800s, that was a railroad hotel. Then through the years, it's been a bunch of stuff. Now it's like a meeting hall and event type building for weddings and stuff. And straight on down that way is part of the old fort. Alright, let's get parked, take a walk. Old style brick. Got the arched windows. Dousman House. If those walls could talk, huh? My goodness. That's seen the test of time. Pretty cool to think about all the people that have been in that thing through all the years. Over what, 140, 50 years? Alright, well, we found this. What do you say? You want to check out the river? Another flower garden. Looking good. Absolutely gorgeous. Green grass. Get to mow the grass here. I know. I'm from Arizona. All I see is dirt and rock. Wow, look at this one. Now that's a lot of effort into something like that. Cool. Oh, the bees are liking it. You can hear them buzzing around in there. All right, here's our mighty Mississippi. Oh, what are they making here? Looks like a boat launch. Maybe redoing one, huh? Water's good and calm. That river can really get going though. Probably floods down here too. There's our bridge we just crossed over. That museum's back in town the other direction. Maybe we'll leave here, we'll go check Old Town, and go hit the museum. Ooh, storyboard. Wow, 1700s. The main village was down here. Then they built a permanent settlement. Now it's a big park. Wow, War 1812. Oh my goodness, this was all taken over by the British Canadians. And then it was reclaimed back to the U.S. during the War of 1812. Go figure. Right here in Wisconsin on the Mississippi. This goes to show you small towns can have big history. Well, let's do this. We'll hop in a van, we'll drive down to the other end of this park, and we'll head for downtown. Starting to heat up today, humidity's picking back up. That was a huge storm I was in down there in Dubuque, Iowa, right on the river. Pretty cool place down here though, this big old park. That train engine looks brand new. Must haul freight, something out of here. Looks active. Well, a whole bunch of this is fenced off. Right in there is where the old fort was. It's not here any longer. We'll check out more at the museum downtown. So I'm gonna keep going. Yeah, they're working on all kinds of stuff. Even that old house out there is all fenced off. There's part of the old reconstructed fort right here. Yeah, we'll see more at the other museum. Alright, here we go. Historic Old Town, straight ahead. Flower pots hanging from the light poles. Good old small town USA. Ooh, brick buildings, yay. Look at this. Streets are wide open. We can park anywhere. Park up here in the middle. We'll just walk down both directions. Let's check her out. Sports World Outlet for sale. chocolates. Ooh, the sweet tooth. Oh man. Good thing they're closed. Yeah, gotta love it. Small towns, flower pots. This makes it feel homey, doesn't it? There's a boat shop. Bet they're busy being on the Mississippi River. Sports shop over there. Wow, look at that building. Look at the corner in that thing, the rounded room. More real estate signs. Old fire escape. You never see that now. Plaques right in the sidewalk. This one's talking about Lieutenant Jefferson Davis, Zachary Taylor. Hey, there's that van again. Keep seeing that thing all over the place. I like the colors on those. Oh, here's another plaque in the sidewalk. I like how they got the brick laid out around it. Kind of worn down. This one says Wisconsin's only battlefield was fought here during War 1812. Oop, I see the sign. There it is, Fort Crawford Museum. That's where we're heading to. It's supposed to have a couple buildings full of all kinds of cool historic stuff. I see one more plaque over here. Let's check it out. This one says Mississippi River was a cultural crossroads for American Indians here. Well, they definitely got history here. And some old buildings to prove it. Still being used. How cool is that? Well, what do you say we're going to go find that Fort Crawford Museum? Check that. They should be open by now. Well, Google Maps wants me to go down that street, but I want to check out the rest of downtown. We'll drive through. Nowadays, they can't make anything that lasts 100 years. These old buildings, they should learn from it. Little shops, there's a Jim's bar right there in the corner. You can go to Jim's. Go say hi to Jim, have a cold one. Yeah, look at this. Here's Bob's bar on the left. So you got Jim and Bob's bar. Right downtown here. Cool. Alright, should be a pretty main street up here we need to take. Roundabouts. Seen a lot of them. Iowa had a ton of these things. They do work. Alright, looks like we gotta go down here about a mile or so. Then cut back a couple streets. Roundabout number 2. And we got roundabout number 3 coming up. Alright, I cut down here to Beaumont Street. Make a left, should be a couple blocks up here on the right. Fort Crawford Museum. There it is. There's one of the buildings right here on the right. Wow, that looks like a new building, huh? All kinds of storyboards and signs. Kind of tucked in here with a bunch of houses. Here it is. What do you say? You want to check it out? Heck yeah. Cool. It is open. Fort Crawford's second fort. First one flooded. So they built this one up on the hill. Smart. This was a surgeon hospital, 8 companies of troops. All kinds of history here. Great River Road, we're following some of it.
Got some of it.
Plus, being from Arizona, I'm not used to the humidity either.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Very nice lady in there. She had quite a bit of knowledge of the area. Yeah, that floods down there, so they've had trouble keeping those buildings going down at that park we were at. Mighty Mississippi floods. But this building we're about going into now was the old hospital. Reconstructed, of course. Then they have another building full of local history about the town. That should work. And second Fort Crawford, National Registered Historic Landmark since 1968. So it's not that new. But look at this, it's kind of nestled right in residential area. That's kind of unusual, huh? She said that building over there is apartments. All right, let's head on in. Wow, look at all this. Talking, what is it, doctors? This is like their hospital. What it was like back then. Hospital ward. Helping soldiers and who knows who. Alexis St. Martin. Dr. Beaumont's experiments. Oh boy. I wonder if they trained doctors here. Maybe they did that. Military hospitals. Well, this Dr. Beaumont must have Been pretty famous. Almost everything's named after him. Paintings of what the old fort looked like. Old time photography paintings. Military frontier. That's probably all down there along the Mississippi River. Wow, look at that fort. Thing was huge. Mighty Mississippi. Ruins and restoration. This is how they discovered it. Thank goodness they're saving history. Hopefully they save it forever. Gotta save it. Can't change it. An old original windowsill. Still there. A little more how they were digging up the ruins. That'd be interesting to do sometime. It's tedious work though. Sifting through all that little pieces of history. Another look at the fort. So that must be right here, huh? Or is that down at the park? That must be down at the park. Historic figures of the times back then. My goodness, look at all these glass cases. All the doctors watching you get work done. Oh man. Ugh. Technology, it was probably a little crude back then. Eek. Yikes. Old time social media. An actual newspaper that you could read. Replica of what the old dentist office was. So this thing's really about medicine back in the day. The old pharmacy there probably, huh? All the old bottles. Stethoscope. what it was back then. Indian medicine. They were smart. They knew how to use all the herbs and everything from the land. Wooden wheelchairs. They got a little bit of everything in here. Civil War. Old records of patients that actually were treated. Ever notice the handwriting of people back in those days? It was just immaculate. Now no one even writes, they type on a phone. Historic events. Well, pretty cool. What do you say? I think this is it in here. We'll go check out the other building. Very well done display. I've never seen much in the way of medical like this for old history. Creaky old wooden floor. That was air conditioning in there. That felt good. Okay, what's this one about? Black Hawk surrender. About a big battle 35 miles north of here. Bad axe. And he surrendered to the U.S. 1832. Wow. Almost 200 years. Then he was ordered released by President Andrew Jackson. Cool. More history right here in this little Wisconsin town. Look at the size of these trees. Guarantee you they were around way back. Things are huge. And we got one more building to check out. She said this one's more local history about the town. Old cannon. Pattern cannon from 1827. Bet that thing made a racket when it went off. There's that van again out in the street. Okay, let's go on in. Bluff Street, 1910. You know, it doesn't look too much different now, does it? We're just down there. Old map layout of what the town was back then. Railroad going through. Plus the Mississippi, you'd have what? All the steamboats and everything. Pretty good sized building. Didn't look that big from the outside. A little bit of everything in here. Well, let's start looking, I guess. I always like the old paintings. Old replica freight office. More of the old buildings. Wow, that's a good picture. That's life size, isn't it? It's how they dressed back then. Their uniforms. Oh goodness, look at this picture. There's the flood. There's one of the floods. That just swallowed up this town. Wow. Shows you the power of the Mississippi. It can take away, huh? And looks like a little bit about their local schools. Some old pictures. And the old school desk, chalkboard. No one has a chalkboard anymore. Yeah, they got a lot of school history in here. There you go. Here's one of the old paddle wheelers. The Capitol, 1920 to 1945. Life in a river town. I think it'd be a pretty cool life, except for winter, or when that river floods like that. Old clothes. Wow, that's a cool picture. Huge. Delta Queen. That'd be fun to take a ride on one of these someday. Big old paddle wheeler on the Mississippi. A lot of them now are what? Casinos and stuff. Floating hotels and casinos. Old rifle. Very well done. Very well collected. A lot of work goes into putting something like this together. I've seen these in other museums. They're pretty collectible. Good old iron lung. And how about a wooden horse? Tobacco. Wow. I didn't know that. Cigars and tobacco. They grew tobacco here. I'll be darned. You don't think about Wisconsin and cigars, do you? Of course, I don't smoke. Looks like it was big business here. When you think of Wisconsin, you think cheese, don't you? I do anyway. Old fire department stuff. Fossils. I'm a fossil. What the heck is this thing? Or a press. Tobacco press. I'll be darned. And more about War 1812. The British were here. You don't even think about that either when you think of Wisconsin. You always think like back east, New York and Virginia and all those places. Talking about how they were all tied together by trade, traditions, French and British communities. Then they all went to war. Then the British burnt down the old fort when they surrendered. Old tools back in the day. I'm still amazed by tobacco. That just, I don't know, just didn't think about that. Learn something new every time you come in one of these little museums. Cool little stop. I missed the storyboard. I want to walk up and catch it in front of the other building. Yeah, look at the size of that thing. I'll guarantee you that tree was standing here way back when all the settlers were around. That one too, probably. I missed this one. 1999, they unearthed these blocks when they were doing road work out in Beaumont Street. Limestone from the banks of the Mississippi. Isn't that something? There they are. Well, that's cool, they saved that. For more information about RVR TV and me, Be sure to check out my website, rvrtv.tv. Sign up for my free newsletter. We're putting one out now on the 5th and the 20th of each month. There you'll find out up and coming travels, pictures. We got puzzles on there, all kinds of cool stuff on the newsletter itself. Also, you can get free downloads, free screensaver downloads straight off the website. And I have a merch store, hats, shirts, coffee mugs, and all that helps support future travels in this channel, and I greatly appreciate it. Once again, it's rvrtv.tv. Found this place online. It's called Sports Unlimited Campground. It's one of the few ones around that I could find that had sites this time of year. A lot of these places are pretty booked up. Early in the morning, we're jetting out of here. We're going to do some miles. We're going to shoot up to Lake Superior. Yay, made it. Let me go in, see where they want me to park. This place is massive. A lot of park models, mobile homes. Across the road is Mississippi River. They got boat docks, cabins, everything here. There's my spot. Nice shade trees. Get out of this warmer weather. We're going to get up where it's cooler. We're going to chase 70 degrees. Now you can see the size of this place. A few clouds rolling in too. They got park models. It's almost like a mobile home park and RV park. This place could have its own zip code. Way off there's a Mississippi River. Rise and shine, it's early, we're hitting the road, we're going to do some miles, we're going to head all the way up to Lake Superior this morning. Leaving the Sportsman's RV Park campground. This place is so huge. It could be a town here. It was okay. A lot of people and a lot of rules, all that, but good enough. Quick overnight stop, got some sleep. We're going to go up here and catch Highway 52, but we're going to do some miles. I want to hopefully make it up. It's about a 5-hour ride. Get up to Superior, Wisconsin. And I think right up the road here, there's one stop I want to make. It's another one of those lock and dams. Then we're going to truck north. Get some cool weather, hopefully. Here it is, right off to the left. They should be opening their gates. Sun's just now coming up. You know me, I like to get out early. I was kind of looking at everything and just decided to get on up to Lake Superior. So we should be up there by noon, 1 o'clock, something like that. But gotta check out one more of these lock and dam areas. And the gate's open. I timed this perfect. Probably a lot of fishermen come out to these places, huh? Cool. What do you say? Let's check her out. Maybe we'll catch a big boat coming through. I'm the only one here. Yay. That is some serious tree coverage. There's cliffs underneath all that greenery. Okay, which one's this? This is number 9, I think. Wow, that board's pretty faded. About the barges. What's this one? Lock and Dam number 9, Eastman, Wisconsin.
It looks like he's still over an hour away.
Yeah.
Well, one of the workers here came over and told me he checked his maps. Big boat coming over, still over an hour away, so I don't want to wait that long. Lifestyle of the Eagles. But here you go. There's the lock. Mighty Mississippi. A little foggy this morning, too. Sure brought my fishing pole, huh? Don't need a net to shut the doors. Well, cool. We'll see more of these another time. But, what did we catch one? This is our third one. Not only controls the flows, but the level of the river, everything. A boating freeway right here. I like this sign here the best, this board. Really shows you what they control. Pretty good feat of engineering, huh? Alright, let's do some miles. Well, there you go. That's what the Mississippi looks like as the sun's coming up. It is really wide. That's a huge dam. That goes way across. There's a little fog rolling in and out. Absolutely gorgeous. this town is right on the river. Talk about a view. Ooh, little park up here. Look at this. Well, we gotta stop. I want to grab a cup of coffee before I get going too. Need to find a gas station. Welcome to Ferryville, the village of Ferryville. Cool little stop here. I can't resist. Every time I say, let's do some miles. Yeah, sure. Tribute to a great river. Got that right. Mighty Mississippi. Still looking for Mark Twain out here sitting somewhere. It's almost got like its own weather system here. I run through little patches of fog. But what a cool little town. Look at this, right on the river. You got a waterfront view. Looks like a former governor was from this area. 71-77, served in World War II. Wow. Quite an honor for him. Disappearing islands. They're talking about, oh, the locking dams. They've changed the whole terrain. Look at that. Early 1900s, you could wade across the Mississippi River. Wow. Not anymore. The winds have changed. Oh, I bet. You know, I've been blessed so far. No winds. Of course, it's been hot, humid. Island restoration. Well, that's cool. A lot of locals type conservation. Very good. That one's talking about a bad storm came rolling through here. Wow. Every little town has their own history to it. Everywhere you go. That's incredible. Okay. Let's hop in that van and do some miles. Cool little stop here in Ferryville. Bet it'd be a great place to come fishing, boating. Just a cool little town. A lot of history here though, huh? And is it foggy? My goodness, can't see anything. Okay, we're gonna pick up Highway 53 up here. Keep on trucking north. Now we're moving. Don't have too many miles left. Terrain is changing, getting flat. Still lots of trees. One thing about all these roads, you're really lined with trees. So it's limited what you can see. There's all kinds of houses and all kinds of cool stuff. But we're making it. We're going to end up here at Wisconsin Point, right on the Minnesota-Wisconsin state line. Yay, a lot of miles, but it's worth it. And it is much cooler up here. We're going to see the mighty Lake Superior shortly. Okay, I need to make a right. I cheated. I stopped back a ways and really mapped this out. Don't tell anyone. Okay, here we go. We're going to end up right at the point of the state line for Wisconsin and Minnesota. This should be pretty cool. And here's our other turn. Drive clear out to the end. Supposed to be a lighthouse out here, all kinds of cool stuff. Oh, look at that parking areas. You can't see it because of the trees. Lake Superior is right off to the right. Wow, look at the size of that harbor over there. Probably unload all the big barges coming in, all the grain. Looking forward to this. We're going to be spending a lot of time along the upper part of Wisconsin and Michigan. Like a jungle in here, isn't it? It is thick. Wonder if you can camp out here. I doubt it. Yay, we did it. Made it to the end. This is gonna be cool. Cool, I see storyboards. There's the lighthouse. Alright, what do you say? Ready to go for a walk? Well, this is as far as you can go, this corner of Wisconsin. Look at this, 1861. They created the channel. Now it's 500 feet wide and 32 feet deep. Probably they keep dredging it. Can you imagine all the ships that have passed through here? Goodness. Quite a few shipwrecks right here. These Great Lakes, they can really get like a mini ocean. The Odin, the Essex, Sarah Smith, laying on the bottom. Cool, looks like we can walk out all the way out to that marker. And there's the lighthouse. You always wonder how many ships a lighthouse saves. You never probably hear the good stories. That's quite a ways out there. Well, what do you say? We'll take a walk up over by the pier? Danger waves, I bet. Big old windstorms. Right here's the state line. Wisconsin. The other side right here is Minnesota. Love it. You know, 2 years I drove through here and didn't stop. This time we're stopping. Matter of fact, we're going to explore a lot over the next couple of weeks. We're going to go clear across the upper part of Wisconsin and Michigan. This should be one epic trip. About as far out as we can walk. Deep water channel marker. Really calm weather right now. Perfect, really. And it's only in the 70s here. A little humid, I will admit that, but it's much cooler. Now, here's a place to spend August. Then way across, it's pretty clear. I thought we might hit fire smoke. They've had a lot of Canadian wildfire smoke, but you can see there's Duluth. The big city of Duluth, Minnesota. Actually, that metal pier right there across is Minnesota. Cool. Well, let's go down to the other end a little bit and we'll get a closer look at those big piers. Looks like old abandoned buildings from probably when they had lighthouse keepers and all that out here. They're all fenced, still standing, windows are busted out. Ooh, big ship in there unloading right now. Cool. Yeah, look at the size of them things. Too bad a big one doesn't come through now, huh? I need to find that app that tracks marine traffic. Well, what a view. This is gorgeous here. What a journey. All the way down from Iowa along the Mississippi. We followed the Mississippi up through Guttenberg, cross over into Wisconsin and all the way up here to Wisconsin Point. Thank you for watching this once-in-a-lifetime video about exploring not only along the Mississippi, but all the way up here to Lake Superior. Be sure to check out the other once-in-a-lifetime videos. There's close to 30 now of different areas around the country. All once-in-a-lifetime trips. There'll actually be another one coming up about Wisconsin, a once-in-a-lifetime. We'll cover over a 300-mile stretch all the way up and around the Wisconsin Peninsula, right along Lake Superior. Journey continues. Talk soon.